The Federal Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, estimates that there are 68,000 accidents every year in the U.S. involving lift trucks. Of those, about 100 people are killed. Here's how the accidents break down in terms of main causes. 25% are tip-overs, 18% include personnel struck by a powered industrial truck, 14% are personnel struck by a falling load, 12% are employees who have fallen off of elevated forks, 7% are lift trucks that have run off of loading docks or other surfaces, 6% by improperly maintained lift trucks. Lift truck accidents are very costly to companies as well. These costs include product and equipment damage, lost time, increased insurance premiums, and litigation. It is not uncommon for accidents to cost a company over $1 million. Some companies cannot survive the aftermath of such an accident and permanently close their doors. Federal OSHA requires that lift truck operators be authorized and trained. This training should consist of a combination of formal training, such as in a classroom, practical hands-on training, and an evaluation of the operator's performance in the workplace. The training should cover truck-related and workplace-related topics. Effective training programs improve lift truck operators' safety performance. With proper training and the right safety attitude, we can improve safety. The video you are about to watch was produced by Mitsubishi Caterpillar Forklift America in an effort to give you a better understanding of how to become a safe and professional lift truck operator. The Industrial Truck Association, or ITA, classifies lift trucks into 7 major classes. Class 1, electric motor rider trucks. Class 2, electric motor narrow aisle trucks. Class 3, electric motor hand trucks. Class 4, internal combustion engine cushion tire trucks. Class 5, internal combustion engine pneumatic tire trucks. Class 6, electric and internal combustion engine tractors. Class 7, rough terrain lift trucks. For the purposes of this training program, we will mainly focus on Class 2 electric motor narrow aisle trucks and Class 3 electric motor hand trucks. We will also be discussing stand-up end control trucks, which are categorized as Class 1 electric counterbalance trucks. All of these products, as a group, are also known as warehouse products. This course will cover fundamentals of warehouse products, stability, balance, and capacity, pre-operational inspection, general rules of the road, battery charging, changing, and care, reach truck operation, order picker operation, electric motor hand truck operation, stand-up end control truck operation, and turret truck operation. In the first part of this training program, we will answer these fundamental questions about lift trucks. What does it mean to be a professional lift truck operator? What are the responsibilities and obligations of a professional lift truck operator? What parts of a lift truck must an operator know and understand? What are the differences between operating a lift truck and an automobile? General characteristics of warehouse products and the key differences from sit-down counterbalance lift trucks. So what do we mean when we say he or she is a professional lift truck operator? It means they are recognized as someone who is responsible and knowledgeable. Responsible because they live up to their obligations. They get to work on time, they're well rested, mentally alert, and ready to start work. If they need medication, they heed the warning labels on prescription and over-the-counter drugs that predict drowsiness. As a lift truck operator, you will be at the controls of a powerful piece of equipment. As a professional, you will be responsible for those workers around you, yourself, and your vehicle. Operating a lift truck safely and professionally is a big responsibility, and it's not easy. Not everyone has the mechanical aptitude, coordination, maturity, and desire to take on the demands and pressures of the job. If you are ever in doubt about your suitability to operate a lift truck, talk to your supervisor about the situation. Don't ever put others or yourself at risk. Operator inexperience and lift truck misuse can result in accidents that can cause injury, death, and financial loss. By being responsible, you can avoid accidents and contribute to the success of your company and the people you work with. In addition to being responsible, the professional is knowledgeable. The professional knows and follows the company's rules concerning work, safety, traffic, and company operations. A professional knows the equipment. This includes the lift truck he or she might operate and the protective clothing and equipment that must be worn. Your company may require you to wear specific personal protective equipment such as hard hats or safety glasses. Follow all of your company's requirements for personal safety equipment and clothing. Your company may also require you to remove all jewelry. Professionals have this knowledge because they have taken the time to learn about their vehicle's operation, capabilities, limitations, and maintenance needs. Information which can be found in the operation and maintenance manual, plus the warning and instruction decals on the truck itself. Beyond this, they are committed to constantly improving their abilities and to the idea that they must at all times operate their vehicles safely and under complete control. This training program is a start, but there is more you will have to do. Most of the general principles and precautions covered in this program apply to the safe operation of lift trucks in general, regardless of make, model, or year. But the importance of the information on the warning labels found on most lift trucks cannot be overemphasized. It is critical that you understand this particular warning, which is found on all lift trucks. Improper operation or maintenance can result in injury or death. Lift trucks bear a number of warning decals. A decal that bears the word danger indicates a hazardous situation which, if not avoided, will result in death or serious injury. A decal that bears the word warning indicates a hazardous situation which, if not avoided, could result in death or serious injury. A decal that bears the word caution indicates a hazardous situation which, if not avoided, could result in minor or moderate injury. A decal that bears the word notice is used to address practices not related to personal injury. Know the decals on your truck, as well as any warnings in the operation and maintenance manual, and follow them. This is an example of a typical warning decal. It spells out specific warnings and calls for you to observe them. Also, to safely operate a lift truck, you have to know the specific ratings and capacities of the vehicle. This information is located on the truck's capacity plate. We'll talk more about ratings and capacities a little later in the program. Now, let's understand the similarities to and the differences between driving a car and operating a lift truck. Just because you can drive a car doesn't mean you are qualified to operate a lift truck. You use a car for personal transportation to get from one place to another over wide, paved roads. When you drive a car, you follow the rules of the road to help prevent accidents. And before you drive a car, you must be trained and take a written and road test. Once you successfully pass, you receive a license to drive. Passengers are generally allowed. Cars have a steering wheel, accelerator pedal, service and parking brakes, and an ignition system. They have front-wheel steering. They also have a fixed center of gravity and carry the load over the wheels. Lift trucks are unique vehicles and bear little resemblance to driving a car. They are not used for personal transportation to get from one point to another. They have load handling functions like lifting, reaching, and retracting. They are primarily designed to operate on smooth surfaces like those found in a warehouse and can operate in narrow aisles. Their steering and brake systems are typically very different from your car. Lift trucks steer from the rear and are not designed to accommodate passengers. While training is required, there is no formal licensing. Lastly, the center of gravity of a lift truck is dynamic or always changing. Lift trucks carry or move loads outside of their wheelbase and are typically designed with a single brake. The company you work for and thousands of others are trying to make the most of their storage, warehousing, and retail selling space. They use it as efficiently and productively as possible. Lift truck manufacturers have been meeting this need by providing different types of trucks that can handle materials in narrow aisles, much narrower than those in which conventional sit-down lift trucks operate. By narrow aisle, we mean an aisle that is typically 7 to 9 feet wide. Sit-down counterbalanced lift trucks require aisle widths of 12 to 14 feet. There are other differences between narrow aisle and sit-down counterbalanced trucks. Sit-down counterbalanced machines can be powered by an internal combustion engine or an industrial battery. The operator sits down to operate the vehicle. The truck is wider and has a longer wheelbase. Also, tires can be either cushion or pneumatic and can operate on various compact surfaces. All narrow aisle trucks are battery powered. Typically, the operator stands, allowing the truck to have much more compact dimensions than it would if the operator were sitting. The tires on narrow aisle trucks are made of hard rubber or polyurethane. They are designed to operate on smooth floors. These trucks are used in narrow spaces, sometimes in heavy pedestrian traffic, and some vehicles have lift heights much higher than the sit-down counterbalance lift truck. The types of narrow aisle trucks we're focusing on in this program are reach trucks, order pickers, electric motor hand trucks, stand-up end control trucks, and turret trucks. A complete description of each type of truck can be found in the succeeding sections of this video and in your workbook. You may have various types of narrow aisle trucks operating at your facility. For example, walkies or stand-up end control trucks might work the truck docks and feed product to the aisles for the reach trucks to handle. The reach trucks could place full or partial loads on the racks. Order pickers or turret trucks could be used to pull products from these racks. This is the end of Section 1. Please complete the exercises in your workbook before continuing with Section 2 of this program.